In this video, I'm going to do an introduction to microservices, just the architecture part of microservices. So when we say microservices, what we're really talking about is individual applications. Notice the word applications. It's not just a process, it's not just a function, it's an entire application. These applications communicate with each other. They send messages, they send data back and forth between each other in order to solve some type of business problem. So it is this communication between application that creates a business solution. So what are some of the characteristics of a microservices architecture? Well, actually, one of the main advantages of this type of architecture is that modifications can be done easily. New features can be added. Bugs in the code can be fixed, all while the application is still running. So this is the type of architecture in which we can almost guarantee 100% uptime. Microservices are arranged or organized around business domains. So HR, product, production, sales, these are all business domains, and our microservices teams can be built around these different domains. And it is this type of organization that gives microservices such an efficient, or make microservices such an efficient way of building software. Microservices have what are called smart endpoints. And it is these endpoints is what allow that communication to happen between applications. So with this organization around business domains, the smart endpoints, the communication, the modifications that can be done so easily, what we have are teams. We can now split up our development area into different teams. These teams then collaborate, and what we have is a final solution that is more user-friendly, more efficient, and more easily updatable. So each microservices, remember, has an endpoint, an API endpoint. So let's say the sales wanted to know how much inventory is in stock for a particular product. It knows how we can have communication between these two applications to figure that out, and it'll do it via the endpoint. So this endpoint is actually a stateless REST API. Now, of course, it could be stateful depending on the cloud system that we're using, but usually it's stateless REST API. And again, it is the use of this API that makes this communication standard. So the sales know exactly what type of data to ask for and how to ask that question. So with all of this standardization and the fact that we now have smaller applications, we can in fact support a DevOps type of structure where the development guys can talk to deployment guys who can talk to the cloud guys, and they can all communicate well with each other and therefore provide a better solution for our users. Now, the microservices architecture can in fact take advantage of the fact that most of the technology used in microservices as of the time of this recording is open source. In fact, I would say about 90% of it is open source. So definitely microservices has an advantage there.